Good morning. Ernest Benjamin here, co-founder of Gifted Failures United, welcoming you to another episode of Gifted Mondays. And you know, we're here for you, just wanting to encourage and inspire you as you get into this new week. And I'm not going to waste any time this morning. I have a question for you. What do you learn when you fail? I'm going to ask you that again. I really want you to think about this. What do you learn when you fail? You see, most people are usually ready and eager to talk about their dreams and their achievements, but they're usually unprepared to answer a question about their shortcomings. You know, many of us, if we are honest, we don't want to talk about our mistakes or failure at all. We don't like to confront our losses. Many times when we think about our shortcomings and our failures, we're embarrassed. And I believe that's why so many of us portray this persona of perfection. And so I want you to think about this morning, how do you handle your mistakes and failure? Because the truth of the matter is we all have to deal with disappointment and setbacks in this life. And so in particular, I'm reminded of what the wise man Solomon says in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, in the verses number 11. Where Solomon says, I looked under heaven and I saw that the race is not always to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor yet bread to the wise, neither riches to men of understanding, nor favor to men of skill. But time and chance happens to them all. What is Solomon helping us to understand? Solomon says that here in the real world, on planet Earth, the fastest runner does not always win the race. The strongest soldier doesn't always win the battle. Regardless of how skilled you are or how educated you may be, time and chance happens to us all. Every individual will experience disappointments. Every individual will know what it feels like to suffer setbacks. Each and every one of us will be the recipient of bad news. And so at some point, at some particular time in our lives, life is going to hurt. And so losses are guaranteed, but what's not guaranteed is how you react. What's not guaranteed is how you respond to those challenges. And you see, I want to encourage you this morning to learn to approach your losses. Learn to approach losing like a winner. I think that's worth saying again. Learn to approach losing like a winner. Now somebody is saying, Ernest, you must be beside yourself, because winners are winners because they don't lose. And you see, I want to stop you there, because many of us have that false concept. That is false doctrine. The most successful people, the greatest winners and achievers, whether it's in the realm of sports, academia, in the business world, the greatest winners, the greatest achievers lose sometimes. Failure is truly a part of success. But you see, those who are successful, those who win, they manage, they deal with the losses differently than many other people. You see, the winners don't try to hide or sweep their losses under the rug. They don't try to run away from their failures, because they understand that some of life's greatest lessons can come from our losses if we approach them the right way. You see, winners understand that sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. You know, I'll be honest with you. I've experienced many wins in my life, but I've also had my fair share of losses. And some of those losses have come as no fault of my own. And many, if I'm honest about it, have been my own doing. They've been the result of bad decisions or just dumb mistakes, as I would say. And you know, when you go through life and when you're winning, when life seems to be going your way, you feel invincible. Nothing hurts. But when you lose, everything seems to hurt. You know, Les Brown, the author and motivational speaker, he says that when we win, we carry that, we put that in our pockets. But when we lose, we carry it in our hearts. And I'm inclined to believe that's true, at least in my life. If I'm truly honest with you, there are some losses, there are some setbacks and disappointments that I still carry with me in my heart today. And it's just something about those negative experiences. They seem to impact us more deeply than the positive ones. And if we're not careful, those losses, those setbacks can weaken, imprison, paralyze, dishearten, and even sicken us. And so what we have to do is to learn to turn our losses into gains. Because if you're going to lose, and you are going to lose sometime because everyone does, why not turn that loss into a gain by learning from it? You see, our losses provide us opportunities to learn and grow if we handle them the right way. You see, our losses are not complete losses if we learn as a result. And so here's what I want you to do. As you go throughout your life, yes, I want you to expect success. Yes, I want you to focus on the objectives and the goals and the aims that you want to accomplish. But I also want you to be prepared for mistakes, failures, and disappointments because they are going to happen. And the way that you prepare for them is to be prepared to learn from them. Understanding that when these setbacks happen, they give us an opportunity to dissect them. They give us an opportunity to learn and to make adjustments and to garner lessons that will help us to be better employees and employers, that will help us to be better men and women, better spouses and better siblings, better parents, better stewards of the blessings that God has entrusted to us, better friends and better neighbors if we'll learn from our failures. Understanding that sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. You know, I want to read a quote to you. It was said that difficulties come to you at the right time to help you grow and move forward by overcoming them. The only misfortune, the only real tragedy comes when we suffer without learning the lesson. And you see, when we allow our losses to become opportunities for growth through learning, then we become unstoppable. Then we become undefeatable. Then we can truly count it all joy when we encounter all types of trials and difficulties, knowing that these tests, knowing that the circumstances that test our faith and test our mettle, these things can help us to become better. They can strengthen us. They can mature us. And if we'll just keep on keeping on, they'll perfect us as we strive to serve our God in heaven and make heaven our home. As we learn to lose like a winner. And so, guys, remember, failure provides feedback that is absolutely essential for success. So until the next time, embrace the gift of failure. God bless you.